Hey guys, and welcome back. So this is the render. It took 1 minute, let's say 2 minutes and almost 3.5 gigabytes memory, and this is how it looks like. Right now the light is very dim, so I'm gonna just gain it in the viewport. It's better to do it in the light itself and get it to look right, but in this example it's perfectly fine. So this is how it looks like. You can see we're getting all the nice scattering from the particles, and it looks like a volume here. You can see the shadow scattering and everything is working. This nice blue environment lighting and shadow as well. This is all due to the volumetric feature. And I'm gonna do a few changes, mainly increase the particle scale. I think they're too small, and we want to introduce motion blur. So let's do that. Let's go to the object level, and I'm going to increase the P scale to 0.7. And for motion blur to work, we have to make sure that we have a velocity attribute, which we do. And I'm going to change this geometry velocity blur to velocity blur. And if we go to the out context, I'm going to turn on allow motion blur. So that's pretty much it. And then I've done a render with these options. I'm going to increase the pixel samples a bit to get more details, and this is how it looks like. So this is the second render with motion blur on and bigger points, and that's pretty much it. I'm pretty happy with this result. We can tweak this further, so I'm gonna let me check one quick thing. Yeah, so if we go inside here, right now the points density is the same across all of them, or the P scale, and we have multiple attributes stored on these points. If we go up here, remember we have depth and we have foam, and what I want to do now is I want to grab the depth attribute, remap it so you guys can see it properly in the viewport. So let's do that, and I'm gonna remove it from being deleted, and let's put down a bind node. Let's put down a fit range, and let's create a ramp, color ramp. And let's go to the main level. I'm gonna set this to red and this to blue. Cool. So the density is higher here and it's lower here, and we can use this information. Let's tweak the map a bit first. The values of the fit range. So let's set this to -0.5 and 0.5. Okay, so basically this is all high density. Let's set this to 2. I want the red to spread a bit more. Set this to 0, maybe 1.25. Let's try 0.3. Cool. So we're going to use this as a multiplier, and I'm going to bind export this, or right now we're taking these colors and remapping them. I'm gonna use this to set the min and max. So the min for the point is going to be 0.4, and the max is going to be 0.7, and I'm gonna export this as P scale. I don't need the color preview, and I'm gonna set this to 1 so we don't have to multiply it. And I'm gonna do another render of this and then continue and start looking at the volume method. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in a bit.